Welcome to Math Practice with Miss Flaherty. Here's what you'll need. You'll need your YouTube Workbook. Today, we'll turn to page 7. You'll also need a pencil and an eraser. Feel free to pause or rewind the video as much as you'd like so you can work at your own speed. Hi, first grade mathematicians. On Mondays, we get to work on some really tricky and exciting story problems. What are the things that great mathematicians do every time they see a new story problem? Ooh, that's right. I heard some of you say that we always visualize or make a brain movie so that we can understand what we just read. What else do we do? That's right. We need to think about what we already know and what we're trying to find out so that we are making sure we're answering the question. Anything else? That's right. We can always show a model and a number sentence to help us solve. I'm really excited because today we're working on a different type of story problem. We're going to be working on some story problems that ask us to compare. When we're comparing, we often hear questions like, how many more? Or how many fewer? That means that there's a bigger value and a smaller value, and we want to know the difference. So take a look at this bar model that I set up. Bar models are really helpful when we're doing comparing story problems because we can show the bigger value and the smaller value and think about what's different. So how many are in the first bar on top? That's right, there's 8. How many are in the smaller bar on the bottom? Good, there's 5. So if we want to know how many more circles are in the blue bar than the pink bar, that means we're looking for the part that's different or the part that's extra. Oh, I see right here. Those circles are extra compared to what the pink has. So how many more are in the blue? That's right. There's 1, 2, 3, 3 more in the blue bar. So we just compared and figured out the difference or the part that's different between these two values. This is a great strategy, setting up bar models like this, that you can use in our first challenge problem coming up next. Let's go ahead and get started by reading our story problem. Remember, as I'm reading it, make sure you're visualizing and making a brain movie of what you hear. Caden had 9 Hershey Kisses with his lunch. Miss Flaherty had 4 Hershey Kisses. How many more Hershey Kisses did Caden have than Miss Flaherty? I want you to take a second and put this story in your own words. Ooh, I heard some of you say things like, Caden has more Hershey Kisses than Miss Flaherty, and we want to figure out how many more he has. Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show a mathematician picture for this. If you'd like to represent this with a bar model, that's how you can show it on your paper. So I'm going to go ahead and show a picture of Caden's 9 Hershey Kisses. Here I've got 5, 6, 7, 8 here, 8, and 9. Now I'm going to show my 4 Hershey Kisses. So this will be a bar right underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Take a look at my picture. Who has more Hershey Kisses? That's right. Caden had 9 Hershey Kisses, so he has more. I'm going to go ahead and label his name here. Put K for Caden, and I'll put F for Miss Flaherty. Now let's think about what the question is asking us to figure out. Is it asking me to figure out how many Hershey Kisses Caden and Miss Flaherty have altogether? No, that's right. It's asking me how many more Hershey Kisses did Caden have than Miss Flaherty? Whenever we hear a question that asks us how many more, that means we want to find the part that's extra or the part that's different. So I notice right here that Caden has extra Hershey Kisses compared to Miss Flaherty. We want to know how many extra does Caden have? Go ahead and try to figure that out. Ooh, did some of you count the extra Hershey kisses that Caden has? Great, we can see that he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more Hershey Kisses than me. How could I represent this in a number sentence? Let's go ahead and try to set up an addition number sentence. I see that Miss Flaherty has 4. And then I have to add on a part to get to the number that Caden has. And Caden had 9. So 4 plus something equals 9. What's that part? What was that part that's extra or different? That's right, it's 5. So I want you to go ahead now and answer this question in your own words. How many more Hershey Kisses did Caden have than Miss Flaherty? That's right, Caden had 5 more. I'm going to label that right here. All right, team. So when I read our next challenge story problem, I want you to make sure that you're visualizing and making a brain movie so you understand what it's asking. All right, let's read it. Amir has 7 goldfish on his desk. Isosa has 4 goldfish on her desk. How many more goldfish does Amir have than Isosa? I want you to go ahead and tell that story problem in your own words. I'm listening. Good job. I heard a lot of you talking about how Amir has more goldfish than Isosa, and we need to figure out how many more he has. So I'm going to go ahead and represent Amir's goldfish with pictures of actual goldfish. You can represent this in a bar model on your paper in your workbook, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So those are Amir's goldfish. I'm going to write A for Amir. Okay, and how many goldfish did Isosa have? That's right, Isosa had 4 goldfish. So I'm going to make her bar down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's label her name. So E for Isosa. Now, you might not have actual goldfish or be able to draw a picture like this, so you can set up a bar model. It would look like this. Amir's bar, we can label A for Amir, And instead of drawing 7 goldfish, we can just write the number 7. Then, right below Amir's bar, we can show a bar for Isosa's goldfish. Her bar is going to be a little bit shorter because she only has 4. Awesome. Take a moment to set that up in your YouTube workbook. Great, now let's think about what the question's asking us to figure out. Is it asking us for the total number of goldfish that Amir and Isosa have all together? No, it said how many more goldfish does Amir have than Isosa? Ooh, when I hear how many more, I know that I'm looking for a part that's extra or a part that's different. I'm comparing two different values. Ooh, I notice right here that these goldfish are extra. There's a part that's different because Amir has more. You can label that part that's different on your bar model just like this. So how many more goldfish does Amir have than Isosa? Try to figure it out. Ooh, some of you counted up in my picture. 1, 2, 3. Amir has 3 more goldfish than Isosa. How could I use a number sentence to help me solve that instead? Try to set up an addition number sentence on your paper. That's right. Isosa has 4 plus this part that's extra makes Amir's total 7. So how many more goldfish did Amir have than Isosa? What's this missing part? Because 4 plus 3 equals 7. So I can go ahead and label that in my bar models. Nice job, team. You guys have been rocking it with our comparing story problems. I want you to go ahead and read this story problem and try this out all on your own. I can't wait to see your bar model strategy in your YouTube workbook. So definitely take a picture of how you solve this tricky problem. Good luck, friends.